to treadmillreviews.com. Today we are doing a side-by-side comparison of two really great treadmills. This is the NordicTrack Commercial 2450. It's rated our best buy for treadmills under $2,000. Not far behind is the SOLE F85. This is also in our under $2,000 category. We've given the SOLE F85 a 4.6 stars out of 5, while the 2450 has 4.8 stars out of 5. So they're both great. They're kind of similar in a lot of aspects. So your favorite is probably going to come down mostly to personal preference. But in this review, we'll talk about the specifics that set them apart from each other. Alright, so we're going to go over the general specs and compare the two treadmills. There is a more in-depth review for each of these on our website, so feel free to check those out. For the comparison's sake, the cost is really similar. They're both in our category of treadmills under $2,000. The price does fluctuate slightly throughout the year. Currently, the SOLE is about $100 more than the NordicTrack treadmill. So consider that while you're comparing these two treadmills. They both have different weight capacities. The SOLE is known for a higher weight capacity with their treadmills. This one has a 400-pound weight capacity, whereas the 2450 has a 300-pound weight capacity. They both offer pre-installed workout programs. The SOLE is very simple. You have 10 options, you push all the buttons to get to them. It's very self-explanatory, but also very, very basic. Whereas the 2450, they promote 40 pre-installed workout programs on their treadmill. That doesn't even take into account if you have the iFit subscription, where you're looking at like 60 plus workout variations that are already installed and ready to go on your treadmill. The dimensions are slightly different. They are both big treadmills. The SOLE is a little bit longer, and the NordicTrack 2450 is a little bit taller. This is also an optional piece, so if you want to, eliminate a little bit of height, you can remove that as well. It's your tablet holder. They both fold. They have an assist with like a hydraulic system that helps you to lift the deck, so it's really easy. Both of them are very easy to use. I'll just show you. So you can see they both have this hydraulic assist right here. The main differences are the 2450 has a handrail, so it's a little bit easier to grab onto it and guide, whereas the SOLE has kind of a handrail with these foot posts, but it's a little further down, so it's not quite as convenient to grab onto. The SOLE also has its release up top at about eye level. You pull the lever and it can release by itself, so that's very simple. Whereas the NordicTrack has a foot lever right here. It can also be released by itself. So with neither machine, you don't have to worry about it like damaging your floor or damaging the machine if you were to drop it. You can actually just let it go and it'll come down all by itself. So that's another great thing about these two treadmills. They both come with a 4.0 CHP motor. They both have a max speed of 12 miles per hour. They do have a difference in incline variation. The SOLE F85 will go from a 0% to a 15%, whereas the NordicTrack 2450 has the option of a 3% decline, and then it will go all the way up to a 15% incline. They both come with heart rate monitors. You can use either the hand grips, or they both come with a chest strap that will Bluetooth to your console for better data tracking. They both have fans. Well, they both have fans. The NordicTrack has really perfected the fans in treadmills compared to their competitors. You have multiple levels on your fan, so you can control, how much wind it's putting out, and it actually makes a difference. When you turn the fans on, you can feel the breeze, and it adds to your experience. Whereas most other treadmills, they have a fan, but it doesn't really add much to your experience. They're not very useful. So for the overall look and feel of these treadmills, we do pay attention to the materials that they're made out of, how sturdy they are, and if they're jiggling when you're running on them, because that's super annoying. We do prefer the sole when it comes to the materials used to build the treadmill. Both of them are built on a steel frame, so they're both very durable. But the NordicTrack 2450 does have more plastic components to it. Right here in the handrail, you've got more plastic. Over here on the foot rails, they're covered with plastic at the base, whereas you have more exposed solid materials on the sole. It just feels a little more durable. Everything with the 2450 is fine, but we do worry about longevity. So we gave the award to the better material components to the SOLE F85. For sturdiness, they're both incredibly sturdy. Like I said, they're built on a steel frame. They're big and heavy machines, so you don't see the console moving when you're running, which is a really important thing for us to look for in our treadmills that we review. For moving the machine, NordicTrack hasn't published the weight of the 2450. SOLE did say that the F85 was about 300 pounds for the treadmill altogether. As far as moving goes, they feel very similar. If you look at the base of the SOLE F85, there are 4 wheels that make moving easier for the SOLE F85. So you have the 2 here. There's also 2 at the front end. So you can actually just slide this across the floor. Relatively easy. Whereas if you're looking at the 2450, it only has 2 wheels right here on the machine. So we'll fold this up and I'll show you how that goes. So unlike the SOLE F85, there are no 2 wheels at the front end. They're only at the back, which means you actually have to put your weight on the treadmill and tilt it, and then you can kind of roll it around. It's not super difficult, but if weight's gonna be an issue for you and you do need something that you can move more easily, then that would make the SOLE F85 a better consideration. Both of these treadmills come with cushioning in them. The only difference, because they both feel about the same, one's not like more cushier than the other, but the 2450, you can turn the cushioning off, whereas the SOLE F85, you can't. So if you want to train for more running on the road, then you might want that option in your treadmill as well, to turn the cushioning off. We assembled both of these treadmills here, and the SOLE F85 was slightly easier, but they're both simple. We found that as you get into like the higher price point treadmills, a lot of them come with more parts pre-assembled, so the assembly is really a cinch. One person can do most of it. You will need 2 people to place the console and secure it to the treadmill. We also like to look at the user interface of the treadmill just to see how user-friendly it is. That all involves the console, all the buttons, how you change your speed and your incline, how you switch between programs, and a lot of those awards go to the NordicTrack Commercial 2450. They have these buttons right here that change your incline, and then they've got the buttons up here that change your speed, and they have like whole increments, whereas the SOLE F85 kind of gives you a few options, but not all of them. So that was a little less convenient, although they are displayed just like the NordicTrack has them displayed. You can also go up by smaller increments with these up and down arrows for your incline and your speed. And then the SOLE F85 actually has them on their handrail, which is a good idea in theory, but in practice, I accidentally grab them all the time if I ever grab onto the handrails, so they're a little bit cumbersome and in the way. When you are considering the fan control, they both have easy access to controlling the fans. And then if you're looking for like a new program, you want to switch in between programs, they both have a simple interface, which means they're both, you know, user-friendly, they're easy to understand, there's really no guessing on trying to figure out how to switch between programs. But when we consider that the SOLE F85 has 10 programs available, and they have, you know, your buttons to switch in between these different programs, the NordicTrack 2450 does equally as good of a job explaining the difference between all of their programs, how to navigate between them, and we just feel that with the added bonus of so much more, they do an excellent job of making it very easy for users to understand. So, you know, we'll promote treadmills like this for users who don't want something that's super tech heavy. Like if you're not comfortable using a tablet or a smartphone, maybe you would be more comfortable on something like this. But at the same time, their interface is so user-friendly that even if you're not comfortable with technology or you really do want something simplified, it's still a good option because of how much you're getting and because of how easy to navigate it is. Their visual display is also a little bit different. You'll see that they both have a nice big screen. There is color on both of the screens, but the SOLE F85 is not a touch screen and it's not quite as bright and vivid, whereas with the NordicTrack 2450, you're getting an HD touch screen. It tilts and pivots, which is great for eliminating glare for varying heights of users. It has crisp, really amazing picture. Like, it's just a much better display of information. Again though, this is going to come down to preferences. So if you're not as particular about that sort of thing as we are, maybe you'll be fine with the SOLE F85. But also considering that you are paying more for this treadmill, we would hope that it would offer as much quality as its competitor, the NordicTrack 2450. So both of these treadmills do come with entertainment features. They both come with speakers built into the console. So you have two right here on the SOLE F85, and you have this large speaker bar here. It actually has just two round speakers on the NordicTrack Commercial 2450. So they're both very comparable in sound. There's no clear winner in this one. They do a good job. They both have an audio jack, so you can plug in a personal device and project your music from the speakers. You can also plug into both of these if you want to plug your personal device into the treadmill to project from the speakers, but channel the sound into your headphones. I don't know why you would do that. There's really no other practical use that we've found for that other audio plug. Then you have the extra convenience on the NordicTrack 2450 of a USB port on the back of the console. This can come in handy if you have, you know, a cell phone that's dying or a tablet that's dying, and you just want to keep it charged while you're going, while the F85 does not come with the USB port. They are both, you know, they both have pre-installed programs to help you have, you know, some kind of workout regimen going. But as far as entertainment goes, the NordicTrack Commercial 2450 has a much more set of engaging workout videos. So we add that to their entertainment value. You can hop on the 2450 and scroll through the many options you have for workout routines, and it's not only that it's a wide option of routines, but they are exciting, they're informational, they're educational, and they really are engaging and keep you involved in your workout. And you know, NordicTrack has, with their integration of iFit, has really found a way to kind of bust treadmill boredom. So we really like that about the Commercial 2450. Both of these treadmills come with some kind of data tracking software. SOLE, their company, has come up with SOLE Fitness. This is their free fitness app. It's very, very basic. It's good for data collection. It'll store all of your workouts, so you know where your heart rate's at, you know the progress that you're making when you're running, your distance, your time, etc. But it's, you know, it's very basic data collection. On the app, you can also, from your phone or your tablet, you can control the speed and the incline and the program selection. So the same things you would do on their console, you can do from your phone. Again, that one's free, that's optional. It's, you know, enough for some people. The NordicTrack Commercial 2450 comes ready to pair with iFit. iFit is an Icon fitness program that pairs with all NordicTrack machines. Currently, right now, and this could change in the future, they're testing this thing where you have to actually purchase a $40 a month membership to iFit when you purchase your treadmill. This hasn't always been the case in the past, and we do believe it's temporary. There have been a lot of people that are turned off by that when it comes to choosing a NordicTrack treadmill. But in all honesty, a lot of our favorite treadmills come from the NordicTrack line, and one of the things that set them above and beyond of their competition is their integration with iFit. iFit offers a ton to your workout experience. You have diet tracking, exercise tracking, goal setting, and with this iFit Plus, it's like a Coach, iFit Coach Plus edition that you purchase with the purchase of your treadmill. You are unlocking the door to trainers and workout videos, and there's really just so much that comes with it. It's basically eliminating your need for a gym membership while also giving you the tools you need to accomplish these goals that so many of us fall short of when we start a new fitness regimen. So with that being said, I mean, that's going to come down to your preference as well. Do you want, you know, the free app that comes with the SOLE that's very, very basic, or is it going to be worth it to you to spend a few extra bucks a month to really have like all the doors open to you in the fitness world, to set goals and see them happen and get the help that you need with them as well. Along with the iFit, you're getting all the data collection, all the goal setting, all the trainers, but you also have access to more routes and exercise routines on your treadmill that you get to watch from your screen. They even have a great program where you can use Google Maps and set your own course and run that course by watching your screen, where your deck's actually going to raise and lower with the natural terrain of the course that you're running. So say you can't go outside and run your normal training route that day, you can plug it into your treadmill and it'll kind of imitate that pretty well, and you can do the run inside. You can also run with trainers all across the world. I mean, iFit really, like, it's really impressive, and so we can't stress enough that we love it. And though it is an added cost to buying one of their treadmills currently, it's worth it. So it's something to consider. Again, there's a $40 a month fee for their program, a free program here, but you're getting $40 a month worth of use out of the iFit program. All right, so when you are comparing these two really great treadmills side by side, hopefully the differences are a little bit more clear for you now. We do have a more in-depth written review comparing these two treadmills, the SOLE F85 and the NordicTrack Commercial 2450. If you read that review, you'll see that overall we did compare on about 27 categories, where 11 of them were shared. I mean, they both are very similar in 11 of these categories. But NordicTrack takes the cake for a majority of the categories, and it has made the NordicTrack 2450 one of our best buys for treadmills across the board. So if you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment. Check out the full reviews for the NordicTrack Commercial 2450 or the SOLE F85 on our website.